hanging the floor joists for the big chicken coop. No more dirt floors. So here we are in the new chicken coop expansion, about 724 square feet by the time we're done. That will make the guinea hen cage dedicated just for the guinea hens. But I've got 3 separate areas here that are going to be for the breeds because I want to keep the egg color separate. And the only way I know of doing that is to keep the roosters separate. So that's what we're going to do. Today I'm hoping to get the rest of the floor joists in. We'll see, it's just me right now. So when it's just me and I need to measure something I wanted to show you, I grab one of my favorite tools. And I have a lot because I'm a tool gal, but it's this blue Irwin clamp. And I just clamp the tape measure end, you know, the one with the little tab at the beginning of the tape measure. Clamp that there to the wood, pull the tape measure back, and my non-person is holding it for me. I can get my measurement, then go up to my saw that will be running on the generator. Not doing it right now because I don't want it to, well, I just have to talk louder, which I did. Cut the lumber and then shore it up a little bit. And then what I do to make it easier is screw in a screw from either side of the lumber. Then I put the joist hangers in afterwards and nail those in. Otherwise, when I first started doing this, I was trying to teeter the lumber, hold in the joist hanger, and any of you who have used them know they're a little funky. Trying to, oh, it was, I should have filmed it, you'd have been laughing. And then Justin came up with just put a screw in the end to hold the lumber up, and then we can come back and put the joist hangers in, and I love him for that. That was brilliant. So here we are in the weeds, so to speak, and getting this done. So I'm going to get to work. Gave to us, and that got us so much further along being able to get the coop finished timely. So we're going to go up and start measuring off the tin that we have and bring down the pieces we need. Then I'll cut, get the 2 sides up. By the time I'm done with those, I should be able to start tinning the back. We should have the back roof leveled in to make sure we're where we want to be. So that's sort of where we're at right now, and I'm going to get back to it so we can get that tin down here before it rains. We're at the portion of the chicken coop where we are going to be starting to put up the back wall. Sam and I cut sheets of tin the other day in half. So what we're doing and why it takes us a little bit longer besides weather and extra hands is we sort of change up the coop as we go, as we come across the things we need. We're trying to be very cost effective in building our buildings, and that doesn't always mean you can buy everything at once like a kit and just put it all up. Sourcing tin, sourcing inexpensive wood in the day right now, my goodness, wood is $30, $40 a sheet for one sheet. It's crazy. So we've been trying to source and be much more cost effective. We paid less than half of the wood we got because it was deemed unusable by the lumber yard that had it, but it's perfectly good for our uses. So those things take research and time to come across. As for the tin, we were gifted this wonderful tin, and because of the size, we redetermined what our back wall height would be because we just wanted to cut the tin in half instead of making different cuts and wasting tin in that sense. What we'll also be doing, Mr. Blue Jeans, if you want to pan to the back wall, is as the tin goes up, there's another, I don't know, 2-foot opening there. You see from the top board down, there's that opening. That's going to be our hardwire to give ventilation. We want to have plenty of ventilation for these guys. If we have to, we can always close it up in the winter if it's too cold, but Tennessee winters really aren't that bad, and chickens are much hardier than people think. Our chickens in Wisconsin dealt with 30 below weather, and they were fine. Their waterers were not, but they were, so we had ended up investing in plug-in waterers. Here we don't really need to do that. So that hardwire will go up. Then what we decided to do was do half tin here, and the hardwire, I wanted half tin because I want cabinetry in here to store food and incubators and all the things that you end up needing when you have livestock. So today will be Mr. Blue Jeans and I putting up the back tin. It's pretty exciting. I can't wait to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that project right now. Mr. Blue Jeans and I were getting hungry. I'm going to head up to Gigi's house, pack us a little picnic. We're going to eat out here by the coop because we still have lots to do. I started the ATV figuring s'mores and the other chickens underneath would move. No. Hi, s'mores. Come on out. There you go. Good morning. Come on. Farm chickens. You gotta love them. Today is flooring day, and I couldn't be more excited. We got a killer deal on some zip system flooring by Advantech. Advantech is the same flooring that we put up in our farmhouse. And we got so lucky because we needed 22 boards for the chicken coop, and we found 22 boards. They were seconds, but who cares? It's not a big deal. So we also got a screaming deal on some other things. You know when you go to the hardware store, your local paint store, and you see those carts with the paint on it, and you look at the color and you go, why did they buy that color? And then you realize it's back because they said, why did I buy that color? Well, we got lucky. We got 2 stains and a primer, an exterior primer. And the stains are like what Gigi has on her deck, you know, kind of decking stain. So we thought it would be really wise that even though this is somewhat resistant flooring, to go ahead and put a coating underneath to repel any kind of moisture, because we're going to have it, or mold, or any problems, anything that we can do to extend the life of our coop. You know, our thought is a lifetime, but even if we could extend it 30 years, you know, but lifetime's better. So what I'm going to do today is roller the bottoms. The top of this zip system already has a coat. I just want to hedge all my bets here and make sure that we have flooring that's not going to have a problem with it. So today we'll be getting this stain on, and hopefully I can get all the boards done. I always bite off more than I can chew. Perhaps half I should settle for. But, you know, go big or go homestead. So there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and get to getting this all stained up and protected, and hopefully tomorrow we could start putting in some flooring. guys, look. Getting the flooring in, see? I think it's looking pretty cool. Got a great deal on some really thick peel and stick, and then an even more amazing deal for my son-in-law on some mastic. It was $150 a bucket. I got it for $14.02 a bucket, so we bought 3 buckets. Some special order return, I don't know. But am I happy about the timing of that? Speaking of timing, while we're here working on the chicken coop, you can see behind me what Mr. Blue Jeans is doing. He's going back under the flooring and making sure that all of the joists are in properly and then screwing the floor down, and then I'm coming along behind him and getting this down. But speaking of timing, we have found somebody who is here, the mascot, helping us. Can you see in there? That's Ruger. Hi, Ruger. Today is Ruger's first day with us, so he's, look at him wagging his tail. I'd say he's a little shell-shocked. He came from not a farm like this. He came from a few acres where he had 2 other doggy friends. And now he's got, you know, these guys hanging around, these knuckleheads. So, yeah, that's making my day. He's been here having a great time. Well, him and Mr. Blue Jeans coming back, so I better get back to work or he's going to crack the whip. Justin and I are out here deciding we're going to get the inside done. I'm getting the floor silicone. He's building the frames for the chicken coop. And it's raining, right? And then it really starts coming down and I'm going, oh, wow. That rain's really coming down. He goes, it's snowing. He's a jokester. So I go, huh? And I turn around. He wasn't pranking. Look at this, guys. Not pranking. Thank you, 2021, for being better than 2020. Hey, everyone. Well, today finds me on one of my least favorite tools, ladder. Don't care much for heights, even though I remind myself it's a silly thing and I do it anyway. I'm not really comfortable on a ladder. But one of the things about having and being fortunate enough to have been donated used tin is that tin will have holes in it from where it was fastened on whatever building or roof it was on previously. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going up with some silicone and filling each hole so that we don't have a bunch of rain come in, or any elements, rain, wind, what have you. So there's a lot of them, so I'm going to be spending today going around, hopefully filling at least half the room of holes here in the chicken coop. Here is one of the 3 coops, new coops. Now we've done nothing inside yet other than, you know, we've got our flooring down that I was putting down, and I got the tops here painted yesterday. I just kind of wanted to weatherproof that that Advantech flooring that we just scrounged to use as the coverings there. So I got that covered. I love that color. It's called Christmas Pudding. It's such a pretty color. And of course you can see the wire that we have in here now. Sam and I worked on a little something, and I'll show you what we did, why we did it. Right here you can see there's no chicken wire. Well, we knew that we could either have Mr. or Mrs. Raccoon come in, or all of our chickens escape through that escape hatch. So, as we leave this open coop that will soon be dressed and ready by Justin doing the wonderful roost, and Sam and I getting more of the forest floor in here, let's go see at one of the coops that's almost done. And I say almost because what job on the homestead is ever truly done? Let me know. All right, so here is what Sam and I had to do. We put chicken wire up here across the top so that we could have no escapees or enterees coming in. Now, here's what I'm excited about. Washing these, and no more chicken poo on top of these once we put our wall in here. This bottom part will come around. This same green tin will cover the front. We will have this wire, I believe this wire, or wire like this, will go from about here up, then front door here, and then the same half wall, half wire, and then against here will be cabinets. And same over on this wall. I think what I'd like to do is we have a utility sink and eventually hook that up to a rainwater system, and for luxury purposes, maybe even run a pipe over here from our hydrant, so if I don't have rainwater, I have the luxury of having water to clean things. So let's go into our coop where we have the forest flooring. Hey, S'mores. All right, kids, get back. Get back. Mr. Blue Jeans was sweet enough to put me a little handle here, so I have a nice little handle there. Here's our nesting box where you can see we've got eggs. The girls love this nesting box, and so do I. It's so nice. It's the only one I have right now. We'll be using cat litter boxes until I can get more. Here's the forest floor that I was talking about, the litter from the forest floor that Sammy and I raked up and brought in. This is the same forest floor that the kids run around in all day anyway. Here is their door. That is what they will be heading out to once I build the tractor. Each coop, there are 3, there's coop 2, and over there is where we started at coop 3. Each coop will have this hatch, which I will open and have their tractor ready for them to go wherever we like them to browse and graze without the worry of hawks, coyotes, possums, raccoons, and whatever else is out there. Here is our wonderful roof that Justin built. He was a doll and was able to scavenge us those 2x2s, 1x1s? I don't know, those wonderful square roofs that they're on, because they were all crooked and wonky. But I'll tell you what, as a homesteader, I like the wonkiness. I like that they're crooked, and I like the price even better. And then, of course, the poop deck. This is sand, all-purpose sand, not play sand, all-purpose sand. And then they do their number, and you clean it up like you would kitty litter. You just kind of let the sand run through. Now, what I have noticed is they've been pooping along the shelf. So I'm going to put a little tin angle there so it hopefully slides down. And something we learned is these roosts need to be able to come out. So Justin and I are putting our heads together to figure out how to make these removable so I can reach back and also take the roosts out to clean them. But the kids are really enjoying themselves in here, and it's so much easier to take care of and to treat them and take care of them individually, having them divvied up like this. These are our Easter eggers, so they're first in, and they are loving it.